Man, these Fridays really sneak up on me, but we are here to let go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat, written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Friday, September 3rd, 2021. And this is episode number 320, I think it's 6 of Barry on Deck. As always, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident, do not get bullied by those raggedy-ass insurance companies out there. Call the AP Law Group, 713-913-GO-AP, or log on to aplawgroup.com. Welcome to the program. Seems like for some of us, we were just hanging out last night for 3+ hours talking football with the Riot Squad. Good times. I'm happy to be here. I got to be honest with you. These Friday mornings are starting to sneak up on me. As some of you know, I mean, you're here, so you obviously know. But the program has changed a little. We have morphed to allow me to do the TV thing, that this venture that I'm doing, this little hosting and producing thing, and it's kind of cool. I like it. I dig it. It's fun. It's interesting. But I had to change the Barry on Deck schedule. So, like, give you an idea of what my typical Thursday through Friday is. Normally we'll do Sports Riot from 7 to 9. Last night we went to almost 10, and then we do a post-show meeting for 20 to 30 minutes. So that makes it down to now it's 10:30 at night last night. And then I get back to work till about 3 in the morning, get up at 9 and then start it all over again. And this time I stayed up until 4, got up at 10 and was like, so I've been up for like an hour is what I'm telling you. And I am just not awake yet. So it's going to be, we're going to have a fun time. We're going to have a good show. I promise. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give you 100%. It just may take me a little while to get cranking. All right. Fidel said I need a shot to slow me down. I've been bouncing off the walls. Well, all right. Before we really get into the chat, we start the show every day with the best part of the show, which is you guys. And that includes you guys. That includes the greatest deckhead in the history of the world. For the next 2 hours, and then it's back to regular ass deckhead, whoever it is. And today it is Shelby. Let's go, Shelbsters. Come on. Shelby killing the game, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, Shelby is absolutely murking the game. I have a feeling she's gonna win the Triple Crown. It was House maybe for a hot minute there, but I think Shelby's probably in the lead for the Triple Crown. So she was the first in the chat, first with the super chat, first in your hearts, number 1 in your dial. Shelby, thank you, sweetie, for all your support of me and the show and Sports Riot and everything else and the deckheads themselves. And I know you're going through some shit, sweetie, and I hope it's improving for you. I know you're not out of the woods yet, but I do hope it's getting better, and we're all here for you. And of course, we all love you. And if you need anything, you just let us know. We got you, sis. We got you, sis. Rest of the chat, or the shat, I should say, the shat shapes up like this. Steven, the weather guy, is here early. Francisco in the building. Lisa O and Keith Sager here for some lawn talk. Oh, Playboy, Daddy's planned a little lawn talk for the day. Oh, yes, Keith. Got to give you a reason to be coming back on Fridays. So I do have some, it's more of a generic, it's not anything specific or targeted, but we're going to talk about, we're in that transition now where our yards are transitioning. And so we're going to talk about it. Who else is here? Pete Jones in the building. What up, Perry? How are you, buddy? Oh, look at my old pal Gregory Vega Jr. is in the heezy. In the Harzer, what? In the who? In the house. Gregory Vega Jr. Tell Pops I said hello. Donna, my sweet Donna, how are you? Alan Denson is here. Christy, what's up, girl? How are you, Christy? Total Dallas. Ben, Aaron J. Bryant, Luis Zelaya, one of the original YouTube moderators. Who else is here? Wallace and Justin and Eric and that handsome ass man Tony. Morning mere mortals, he says. Oh God, he made me sick. What's up, Mr. Reyes? How are you? Good to see you this morning as well. Jeff Bell got a new avatar looking thing. I dig it. I like it. I like it a lot. Alex Villanueva, what's up, dude? I see you in the chat as well. Who else is here? Jen. Hi, Jen. How are you, sweetie? CC in the building. I dig it. Memes. Memesters is here, y'all. Meet me in the building. Danny Dan and Francisco, I think I got already. Rudolph, sanitize, wash hands, social distance, back freak up. I'm not cursing no more. I'm doing better. Ben said, inject this Big 12 talk into my veins. Oh, we're going to get into it. I mean, you may not like what I have to say, but we're going to get into it. We're going to talk the truth. Okay. What's up, Matt Poche? How are you, buddy? Flip. What's up, Flip? Incarnate. What up, dude? Good to have you here, Incarnate. Frank Ruiz, how are you, buddy? Oh, Mimi with the super chat. Thank you, sweetie. She said, happy Friday and cheers to the first day off in 3 weeks. What? Let's go, Mimi. Girl, you just get you a glass of wine and a good book and whatever else, makes you feel happy inside. And you just get on the couch or in the bed. Are you guys couch people or bed people? Like when you're ready to chillax, which is the whitest word ever. I'm chillaxing. When you're ready to chillax on a Friday. Oh my God, Mimi, don't say that stuff. That's basic white girl shit. When you're chillaxing, are you couch people or bed people? Some people like to curl up on the couch, right? Some people like to get on the couch, turn the TV on, get all snuggly wuggly. Some people like to just get in bed. Nora and I, at one point in our relationship, Nora and I spent the entirety of our time together in bed. We would eat in bed. I mean, we would get out and go get food or, you know what I mean? Like do normal adult shit. But when it was like if normal people would be sitting on the couch, we'd be in bed. We would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in bed. We didn't give a shit. That's just how we were. That's what we do. But Mimi, thank you for your very generous, very kind super chat. We love you. I love you. And I thank you very much for that. Keith Sager's here. Yeah, fall prep. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Alan Denson in the building. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, happy $5 Friday. We've got to get to those $5 Fridays. You guys have been amazing. And today is no different. John Westling is here. What's up, Johnny boy? Oh, last night was fun, baby. Last night was fun. If you guys missed the Twitch last night, the Sports Riot Live Twitch, you missed a lot. Go over there. Go to twitch.tv/Sports Riot Live. Put it on your calendar. 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and then 10 to noon on Sundays. We do it every week, 3 times a week now. Had a lot of fun. Lots of fun. So don't miss out. Go make sure you do that. You can watch last night's show, which was a very fun show as well. So there's the chat. Let me give my shout outs to everybody for the $5 Fridays, which shout out Keith Sager for putting that as a thing on this show. Really helps Daddy out a lot. Allows me to do some of the cool things we got planned coming up too. So I got to say shout out and thank you to everybody. Francisco, actually it was Cece that was first in on the $5 Fridays. She said, as the homecoming queen at Bishop Sycamore, I wish you a happy Friday. Golf emoji. Thank you, CC, for your $5 Friday. Cisco with the $5 Friday. Thank you, buddy. He said $5 Friday. $5. FIDOLLA. $5 Friday. Thanks for all you do, man. Go ahead and put this in the swear jar. You motherfucking right. We ain't got no swear jar yet, bitch. David, PP Dubs, thank you for the $5 Friday, my friend. Lisa, oh, sweetie, you have been so kind and generous. You didn't need to do that, but thank you for the $5 Friday as well. Sylvia, my comment gal, the comment queen. Sent that $5 Friday. Thank you so much, sweetie. She said, happy fancy $5 Friday, guys. Catch you on the replay. I'm telling y'all, man, Sylvia, Ruin, and Joe Pro for sure. Always in the comments, killing it over there for me on the YouTube, helping out with the algorithm, and I appreciate that. Jen, sweetie, you didn't need to do that as well. He said, $5 Friday, and don't forget, I got you. We got a birthday this weekend. Oh, we gonna get to that birthday. Have no fear. Thank you for the reminder. And Donna, my sweets, thank you for the $10 $5 Friday. Also, I got to say thank you over there on the PayPals to Alex Villanueva for his kindness. Hold on, let me finish typing here. Alex sent a PayPal in, and with a very nice note. That was very sweet of him. It was very kind of him. Keith Sager over there with the $5 Friday. He said, let's go, you damn dirty deckhead. Thank you, buddy, Keith. And Alex said, congratulations on another successful week of Barry on Deck. Definitely better than the other stuff on the dial. Ding. Keep grinding. Thank you, buddy. That's the goal. That's the goal. We grinded it out. You raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch. Perry said, we saw your mansion yesterday, Truman. No more $5 from me. I hate you so much. See, this is the thing. Like, if you see a person driving a 5-year-old Cadillac, you don't know how their life has changed from the time they bought that Cadillac till now. Huh? You don't know? I'm going to tell you right now, when we built this house, I had way more. I had that IT money still. Oh, man. Boy, I really miss that IT money. Demetrius Mata, thank you for the $5 Friday, buddy. I love you. Appreciate you, man. He said, happy Friday, Barry. I very much appreciate that, Demetrius. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for making this show what it is, keeping it going. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the Casa yesterday. If you missed it in the third hour, Patreon, the Patreon members get the third hour on Thursdays now. So it was Fridays, but because of the TV schedule, we moved it. So now it's 3-hour Thursdays. And if you're on Patreon, you get to hang out with us on the third hour privately. No one else can watch it. I've even deleted it. So if you didn't watch it live, you can't watch the third hour from yesterday, which was interesting. The Deckheads wanted a tour of my house. And so I said, okay, I'll do. I'm not going to like take the camera around, but I said, tell me what you want to see in the house, and I'll go either take pictures or videos of it and show it to you. And so the requests were they wanted to see the in-wall vacuum. Shelby wanted to see my couch. Somebody wanted to see inside the fridge. Donna wanted to see inside the pantry. Somebody wanted to see the bar. Somebody wanted to see the coffee bar in the bathroom, my closet. And again, I think I mentioned the in-wall vacuum. So I went around and did all that. I took pictures or videos. Oh, the Texas basement. A lot of people couldn't wrap their mind around what a Texas basement is. So I took some video of that. So yeah, this is, and I feel bad because I think CC missed it. Justin Swinford said, I'm pretty bummed I missed it. Yeah, I know. And I hate that, but I had to take that information down, or just the stuff down. But two, it's incentive for you guys to, you just never know. You might miss something and it'd be gone. So I know you guys have lives. I get it, Justin. I'm not holding it against you. There are some people, not you, Justin, not you, CC, but there are some people like, no, we still want you live. I still need live. I still need you here, right? I still need you here. Fidel said, if you snooze, you lose. Gotta show up. By the way, cheers to everybody drinking out of their Barry on Deck coffee cups. I will say this one is a little bit different. Oh, what? Yeah, this was the prototype. So what I did is I decided I was either going to send out mugs that look like that or mugs that look like that. And I went with the logo, not the moving forward chevrons. But this was the, you can see. This is what we tried, 2 different logos just to see what that looked like. And then the final version. So yeah, I actually like y'all's better because I think the logo looks better. Look at that. I think the logo on y'all's came out better because I had the writing underneath there, like the times and stuff. Didn't like it. So I like this better. It doesn't have all of the, YouTube.com/Barry is funny and the times and all that. That's not necessary. Not necessary. So there you go. All right, let's start the show. Let's get to the sports headlines. We got a lot to do. We could get to stuff we didn't get to yesterday. We got to get to. Here are your sports headlines for. No. My bad. It's Friday. It's early. I'm tired. Okay. We have a birthday in the house. What? I'm not doing okay. Yes, I am. I said I'm not doing a shot. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that, buddy. I said I wasn't going to do a shot. I'm going to do a damn shot. I'm going to do a half a shot for our birthday because this dude is a G. Can we all raise a glass at 11:20 in the morning? Drank a lot last night on Sports Right, too. This is so sticky. No. I'm a professional, and I don't say that's what she said. Let's do a shot for my guy, my pal. What up, Ray Lucio? A shot for my guy, my pal, this Sunday. Sunday. September the 5th. Happy birthday to Wallace Wilkes. Wallace! Let's go, buddy. Happy birthday. Hey, man, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. It's not your birthday weekend, bitch. It's your birthday. So happy birthday on Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic day. Good golf, good tennis, or whatever makes you happy. I hope you get a hand job or roadhead or whatever it is you're into. Cheers, my buddy. Happy birthday. This is for you. Shots at 11. Oh, shit. That hits a little. Whew. Damn, a Wake Reaper's here for 3 days in a row. Somebody call the cavalry. We're doing it. Jeff Bell, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Jeff Bell said $5 Friday. I'm the only one who got a left-handed coffee mug. Okay. Jeff. That's hilarious, Jeff. Well done, my friend. Is it backwards? Huh? What? All right, let's get to these sports headlines. Here are your sports headlines for the day. Carson Wentz thinks he'll be cleared to play for week 1. I know a lot of people are fired up about stuff like that. I don't know how the folks in Indy feel, but I gotta imagine. I'm a Colts fan. I'm not thrilled about Carson Wentz as my quarterback. I'm just not. Carson Wentz isn't that guy anymore. He had that one magical. I mean, he's like. To me, Carson Wentz is like the next Matt Castle. Right? You had those magical moments. You had, oh my gosh, he's doing it. Nada. That's just me. Oh shit, hold on, Playboy. Wallace sending us, bro. We should be sending you $5 for your birthday, homie. Thank you so much. He said, thanks, Barry and everybody. Dude, seriously, have a great weekend, man. Enjoy yourself. Go get that roadhead. That's what life's all about. Seattle signed former Baylor basketball star Mark, is it Vital or Vital? I don't know. Mark Vital, I'm going to assume, to their practice squad. I think the Cowboys were pursuing this guy, and he was like, I'm not a football player. They were like, we don't care. None of our guys are. Oh, sick burn, Cowboys. Sorry. That's a joke we're doing on Barry on Sports this weekend. So now you've seen one of the jokes from the show. Nonetheless, yeah, they signed a basketball prodigy to their practice squad as a tight end for Seattle. So there you go. Saquon Barkley could be ready to go week 1 for the Giants. That's big news. Good for them. Bruce Arians says the Bucks are fully vaxxed. Hey, not gonna don't Dallas. You don't like my Dallas Cowboys jokes? Huh? Stick around, bub. There's more where that came from. This is what Wallace, you're turning me on, buddy. He said, stop. He said, I'm definitely getting that roadhead. Let's go. Even if he's by himself, he don't give a shit. I'll wreck this car. I'll pull over right now. Do myself. I almost said blow myself, but that's not appropriate talk for the show anymore. Bruce Arians says the Bucks are fully vaxxed, which, if we're all being honest, let's be real, kids. Anybody think Tom Brady would have been vaccinated? I wonder if they're lying. I wonder if they've got 52 people vaccinated, and Tom's like, hey, herd immunity. If you're all vaccinated, what's the big deal? I feel like that might be the case here. Like, Tom doesn't want to do it. Is Tom an anti-vaxxer? I know he's right-leaning, which usually those folks tend to be anti-vaxxers, so I could be wrong. I don't know. But I feel like Tom is anti-vax. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm making assumptions here that I'm speaking out of turn. I could be wrong. Nonetheless, the Bucks are fully vaxxed, so they say. Gus Malzahn spurs UCF from being down to. I'm so pissed I missed this game. But the Central Florida Knights were down 21 to Boise State, came back to win. So Gus Malzahn in his debut for UCF gets a big victory. Big time victory. Justin Swinford said, I dig that Dylan Gabriel kid down at UCF. Yeah, I wish I could have watched this game. I heard it was really good. Lots of fun. The funny thing is Gus Malzahn's coach speak at the end. That to me kind of cracked me up a little bit. Not cracked me up, but it was like, okay, that's not really how that works. He was like, they were asking him about being down 21. He goes, hey, man, listen. Hardest thing to do in college football is to be down 21 at home and come back. No, actually, I think it would be to be down 21 on the road and come back. So, I don't know if you know how that works, but usually road games are more difficult than home games. But hey, good for Gus Malzahn. Good for UCF. If you care, and I pulled this up, and I'm not going to belabor the point, but let's talk a little college football for a second. First of all, I'm excited that college football is back. I'm looking forward to it. For some reason, I'm a little more jazzed about it. I'm a little more jazzed about it than normal. I don't get like super excited about college football, but I'm an Aggie fan, so you can understand why. You know, if I was like bandwagon CC, just jumping on Roll Tide. Just kidding, CC. Please don't murder me. No, as a lifelong Aggie fan, you know, some of you are Cougars fans, U of H fans. You guys understand. It's very difficult to get excited about college football season year in and year out, you know, because you know, even if you got a good squad, even if the team that you're rooting for, like U of H or A&M is going to be good, they're going to disappoint you. They're going to let you down. And this year is no different. Although I think Jimbo brings a slightly different attitude and swagger to that A&M campus than folks in the past. Nonetheless, I mean, they had one loss last year. I shouldn't be complaining. Their only loss was to Bama. But I'm just ready for the big disappointment. That's where I'm at. I'm ready to be let down. Let's go. The season of disappointment is upon us, people. What is this? Threw dirt in the TA's face. Nah, he got to get it. I don't know what that means. I'm lost. And somebody said LOL, Katie. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta let the chat be the chat. But let's talk college football for a second. I have in my hands tonight's top 10 list. Actually, I have on my screen for your perusal. I have, let's see. Zoom out. There we go. I have on my screen the God dang, blessed be thy neighbor. Go in peace. What is it? What do they say on Handmaid's Tale? Blessed something. I don't remember. So here's your college football schedule for the week. We've already played through September 2nd, and any important games that you saw in here, Ohio State, Minnesota was pretty decent. Minnesota held their own against a really good Ohio State football team. Coastal Carolina, Utah, and Arizona State. 3 teams that you're not going to give a shit about, but they're ranked. They played yesterday. Here's your schedule for tonight. Only real interesting matchup, I think. That North Carolina, Virginia Tech, just because you want to see is North Carolina going to be for real again. Not that Virginia Tech is a huge test, but Virginia Tech is always respectable, I guess. Number 10, North Carolina taking on Virginia Tech tonight, 5 o'clock on ESPN. There's the rest of the schedule. If you just can't live without college football, but I'll be honest with you, folks. College football on a Friday night, you might be better off going and watching high school football live if you're really looking for exciting football. I mean, who wants to watch Duke Charlotte, huh? Raise your hand. Put your hands down. Nobody wants to see that crap. Now, this Saturday slate, opening weekend of college football, there's a couple of doozies on here. OU Tulane, no one cares. That Penn State, Wisconsin, I know we're not all Big Ten fans except for Jen. Yeah. That's going to be a good football game. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, man. If that's your thing, watch that Penn State, Wisconsin game. But that's it. That's one of the bigger matchups. I mean, you got Bama, Miami. I don't think that's going to be as close as people think, but you got that Bama-Miami matchup. Oregon's taking on Fresno State. That's another ranked game. Cincy and Miami of Ohio. We'll see what Cincinnati's all about. We're going to talk about Cincinnati and UCF in just a second. Indiana taking on Iowa in the battle of who gives a shit. Those are 2 teams in the top 20 that I don't think anyone cares about unless you're a Hoosier or a Hawkeye. You got Louisiana, surprisingly, ooh la la. Number 23 taking on number 21 Texas. Boy, I know that they're only two numbers apart, I guess, 2 slots apart in the top 25 rankings. And I don't know who among us really believes that Louisiana and UT are the same. John Wessling over here saying it's a trap game for Bama. Stop this. Listen, you can do that foolishness on Sports Right. I will not have that foolishness on this show. There are no trap games for Bama. Bama's too good to have a trap. A team like A&M, Texas can have a trap game. Bama, no trap games. No. That flies in the face of what a trap game is. First of all, if you're playing the number 14 team in the country, it can't be a trap game. A trap game is Bama playing Vanderbilt, and then next week they're playing Clemson. That's a trap game. This is not a trap game. This is just a early season test for the greatest football team on the planet that doesn't get paid, allegedly. I'm by the team itself. Anyways, Texas, Louisiana, USC's playing. They're ranked number 15. Why am I scrolling on my screen? I'm like John when I show him slides out in our post show meeting. He's over there like he's trying to manipulate. I'm like, bro, you can't scroll on my screen. It doesn't work like that. Number 7, Iowa State playing Northern Iowa. That's gonna be no one gives a shit. That's the no one gives a shit bowl. Brought to you by Who Cares. Hey, there's a good football game, huh? How about that to start the season? Clemson, Georgia, right off the rip. Of all the games, and Miami, Alabama might be competitive for a quarter and a half. But I'm not going to lie, folks, you might be getting treated to the best football game of the season until playoffs in week 1. So 6:30 ABC, put the kids to bed, put them up for adoption, send them next door, take them to another neighborhood and drop them off like a dog you don't want. All right, that took a turn. But you get my point. Tell everyone to leave you alone because Clemson, Georgia, that's the game to watch. Florida taking on Florida Atlantic. No one gives a shit. A&M taking on Kent State. Laughable. They'll probably lose that. Washington taking on Montana. There's your top 25 playing on Saturday. Sunday, there's a game. Florida State, Notre Dame. Okay. And then Monday, Ole Miss, Louisville. So there you go. There's your college football slate. Opening weekend of college football. Brandon Gary is late, but he's here. You raggedy bitch. Don't you ever be late again. Just kidding, buddy. Total Dallas says, Alabama having a new QB will make that game close, but Miami will not win. Yeah, Donna, I kind of agree with you. I think that ULL Texas game might be interesting. I don't know about good. Maybe close. I also tend to think, and maybe I'm just being a mamby-pamby naysayer. Well, really, what is ooh la la really gonna mean? Do we really think that they're a threat to any of the Power Fives? All right, let's talk Power Fives for a second. Speaking of, zoom out. It's like Siri. I just tell it what to do and it does it. It's so great. So great. Let's Let's talk about the Big 12. Let's talk about some of the teams we just talked about. Let's talk about your fighting Cougars. Eat them up. Eat them up. Rah, 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 rah. The college that brings you no less than 57 celebrations during a touchdown, U of H. Along with UCF, BYU, and Cincinnati. Rumors are, reports are. Dude, I have it on good authority. Breaking news, whatever you want to call it. The Big 12 has their sights set on these 4 teams. Oh, yeah! Big 12's a disaster now. I get it, Cougs fan. This is gonna hurt your feelings. I get it, UCF and Bearcats. Now you're adding Bearcats and Cougars and Knights. And what is Brigham Young? The Possums? I don't know. What are they? The Brigham. They're Cougars as well, right? What's with all the felines? We're adding Cougars and Bearcats and Golden Knights. Maybe to stab all the animals they're adding. Ben says the Big 12 is such an upgrade over the ACC. Okay. Now, Ben, I love you. I don't want you to abandon this show because I'm about to say something that you're probably not going to like, but I try to. When I come up with a take, when I talk to you guys about sports, I wish I could fix this God-blessed microphone. I don't like that it's crooked in the shot either, but then I got it. God damn it. Anyways, when I talk to you guys, Ben said, you can't hurt me, Barry. You can't hurt me. I am made of steel and feathers and styrofoam. Let's talk about the Big 12. This would have been an absolute enormous story. This would have been a huge coup. By the way, Oliver just out here laying out on the ground like he's watching Spencer. These guys are freaking out. This would have been huge. This would have been monumental for a program like U of H to have been welcomed to the Big 12 when OU and Texas were there. But now that you're bell cows, now that you're cornerstones, now that you're anchor stores, you guys know what an anchor store is? You ever seen like a strip mall and you're like, oh look, it's like Sally's cookies and other stuff you shouldn't put in your butthole. And then there's like, oh look, there's a Ribbons and More. And over here there's a CPAP machine store. And there's always like a Marshall's or a Best Buy. Those are called anchor stores. A Kroger. And then the other little stores file in around these anchor stores. They're like, okay, we got our main store. This is going to attract everybody to the shopping center. And then all these people are going to, maybe these little stores, they'll go spend money there too. And that's why those little stores like to get into those shopping centers, because the anchor store is what attracts people to the shopping mall. Or to the strip center, whatever the fuck you call it. The Big 12 lost its anchor stores. There are no attractive, viable teams in the Big 12 that are national powerhouses or considered as such. Now, does that mean that they could never parlay that? No, but they got a lot of work to do. They have a ton of work to do. And I'm going to tell you something. The Big 12 was super iffy on U of H. You can find this, but the reason why U of H never got a sniff in the Big 12, one, they didn't want recruiting to be competitive in Texas with Texas and A&M and Tech. And they already had enough people pilfering players in this state. But also, they did not like Tillman Fertitta. Apparently, something happened while he was running U of H. And it soured the Big 12 on him and the school. But now that Fertitta is not involved with U of H directly anymore, he's just donor and stuff, that helped. But you know what also helped? No OU and no Texas. And the fact that they needed one anchor school here to help recruit, because you just lost two schools that were big hotbed recruiters in Texas to the SEC. Now, how many players that U of H recruits are going to be like, well, geez, I'd rather stay in Texas than play for U of H than go to OU and play in the SEC? None. Folks, Cougs, I love you. Coug 'em. I don't know which one it is. Oh, no, that's Coug 'em. Coug 'em. I don't know. If I could pick a finger. I don't know what it is. I love my mother graduated from U of H. I have a lot of friends that went to U of H. I respect you talk about a feisty school. U of H never gives up. They have their ups and downs. They have good seasons, bad seasons, but they are always going to try to be competitive. I was a huge Phi Slamma Jamma fan. I'm not trying to like patronize you. I'm just telling you, this doesn't come from a place of malice. Like if I was talking shit about UT because I grew up an Aggie fan. Or the Cowboys because I grew up an Oilers fan. Or Steelers because I grew up an Oilers fan. Or anybody in football that cheered for a team that was actually good because I grew up an Oilers fan. This doesn't come from a place of malice. This comes from a place of reality. U of H, UCF, BYU, and Cincinnati do not make the Big 12 better. They fill a void left by UT and OU. But they don't fill the void up. You understand that, right? Like they tried to replace 2 schools with 4 and they still didn't build an adequate conference. When you look at the Big 12, what is sexy about the Big 12 with these 4 teams added to it? What makes it sexier? Gus Malzahn and UCF having to come from behind at home against Boise State? And see, this is where I'm going to really disagree with you, Dandy Dan. It's not an upgrade. You guys, that's the problem. It's not an upgrade. This is not an upgrade. You went from what? The ACC to the Big 12? If Oklahoma and Texas were still there, it's an upgrade. Let me see something over here. And I know this is 1 year. I get that. Let's look at the rankings. Let's look at the standings. I'm curious. Let's see. Where is the I want the conferences. Let's see, conference schedule. The ACC. Why do I keep saying ACC? They're not in the ACC. What the hell conference is U of H? Why am I saying ACC? I'm trying to show you guys that there's nobody really in the Big 12 that makes this a compelling, here we go. It's AAC. I'm sorry. I'm saying ACC. AAC. I understand the point you're making because when you look at who's there, who's on their schedule, right? Navy, Tulsa, SMU, USF. Okay, fair point. This is an upgrade in competition, having to play Tech and TCU as opposed to Navy. But at the same time, this is not what U of H envisioned when they wanted to join the Big 12. So while it's technically still considered a Power 5, I don't believe that's going to be the case by the time all this rolls around. I think you're going to end up with a Power 2 or a Power 3, and the Big 12 is going to be excluded from that. I don't think that the Clemsons and the Alabamas and the Georgias and the Ohio States and the Oregons of the world are going to look at this conference and go, yeah, all of those teams in there are on par with us. Let's throw them in the mix for the playoffs. They're just not going to do that. And while I think that can be short-sighted, because these teams and programs could turn it around and build themselves out. Not all of these teams can, right? TCU has proven they could become a top 5 team in the nation. Oak State has proven on occasion with T. Boone Pickens throwing a shit ton of money into their program that they can then convert to the players. Oak State on occasion can make some folks in the top 10 nervous. But these are not powerhouse programs, blue chip programs. They're going to keep people nervous year in and year out. That's what the Big 12 is now. It's the best of the non-scary conferences. Which is tallest little person. And I know that's a shitty saying, but that's all I got. Ben's like, I feel like I need to call in. What? You got a chat right there, Ben. Say it. Ben says, trust me, the AAC is garbage. Yeah. No, I know. And that's why I acquiesced. That's why I said you're right. This is an actual upgrade from the AAC to the Big 12. When you look at the level of competition, when you look at the schools that they're slated to play on their schedule, I wanted to see their schedule versus what a Big 12 schedule would look like. And yeah, this is A&M's schedule. Tech, Rice, Grambling, Navy, Tulsa, Tulane, ECU, SMU, USF, Temple, Memphis, and Connecticut. That's a hell of a basketball schedule. That is an awful football schedule. Not a single ranked team on there. No one gives a shit about this. This is the American Conference. Let's run through all these names. Oh, Cincinnati. They're ranked 8. That's it. That's the only AAC team. And they would be going to the Big 12 with U of H. But you got UCF, Cincinnati, Houston, Memphis, Navy, SMU, Temple, Tulane, East Carolina, South Florida, and Tulsa. That's the AAC right now. So, is it a step up in competition? Yes. Is it the Big 12 of old? Let's not pretend like it, because it's just not. When you lose those anchor schools, Big 12 is a shell of itself. The Big 12 is just a fancy AAC now. That's it. Ben said that's not the goal. I'm letting Ben vent here. You can see he's got a drawn on U of H hat on his imaginary face. So I'm going to let him vent here. That's not the goal of the move to the Big 12, Barry. We're not trying to be in a power conference. We're trying to improve our situation and revenue. But that's the point, Ben. Okay, you're going to improve your situation. Recruiting's not changing. You're not going to out-recruit UT, A&M, TCU, and Tech just because you're in the Big 12 with them. Or, now you're in the Big 12 and the others have moved to the SEC. You're going to occasionally get a 5-star recruit, but you're not going to out-recruit these other programs until you have built and sustained a respected and somewhat feared football program. I understand what you think is going to happen, but that's not the reality of this move. Ben also says, reality is undefeated for us in either conference. Reality is undefeated for us in either conference wouldn't get us in the CFP, but we'll make more money, play teams with actual history and butts and seats. Do you want to just make money as a school, or do you want to actually, win bowl games and stuff? I don't know. I mean, if you're excited about U of H making money, you're a different college football animal than I am. I don't give a shit how much money Texas A&M makes. I want to see these assholes win a national title, and not one of these fake ass titles that they won in 1920. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hey, we got the AP press. See, they voted for us. See, and I know there was 19 polls, and we were in the one that was no one gave a shit about, but we got a national title, baby. We're gonna put it on the sign. Yay! I want them to win an actual legit national. I don't give a shit how much money these people make. I want the Aggies to be good every year. I want the Aggies to be feared. I want them to be a top 5 perennial powerhouse football program every single year, that when people look at it, they don't go, ha, they're gonna choke. They look at them and go, oh shit, it's the Aggies. Give a shit how much they make. Why do you care what that school makes? Dandy Dan has a good point. It doesn't matter. Probably going to be Bama versus some other team that's already been there for the championship. Yawn. Yeah, of course. But that's why they're powerhouses. That's why they're anchor stores. And that's why this now relegates the Big 12 to being a whatever, an afterthought. Because those powerhouses, those schools, don't exist in the Big 12 anymore. Unless TCU gets its shit together. Or Oak State gets its shit together. I know. Don't remind me that the Aggies are never winning, you raggedy bitch. I know. I've watched them my entire life. Flip said that was back when the O-line. Do you guys remember that? Remember the Cowboys would do that? Remember that? The whole line, they would walk up to the line. They would get up there and they would get set and the center would get over the ball. And then Danny White would go, down! And they would go. They would all get up and clap. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what the point of that was. Aggie has an excited me since Michael Goodson. Okay. And Carna said, damn, Barry, I'm an Aggie. You better hit some more of that Jameson. Bro, I've been an Aggie fan my entire life. I didn't graduate from the school. I have a lot of family that did. I grew up listening to Texas Aggies football. That's why I'm a fan. Do you think I would have chose to be an Aggie fan? Come on, fam. There ain't no way. Nobody chooses to root for the Aggies, just like nobody chose to root for the Oilers or the Texans. You're born into it. Or you went there. One of the two. Oh, that coffee's cold. Ugh. Yeah. PP Dub said, Big 12 is the Dollar General. But I mean, good for them. They had to do something. You either fold the conference or you try to grow it. So the Big 12 adds, in case you missed it or you're tuning into the program late, you dumbass, get here sooner. Big 12 adds Cincinnati, BYU, U of H, and UCF. They go out and grab 3 of the AAC, the top teams in the AAC. I mean, shit, why not just grab ECU or some shit? South Florida. I don't know. I don't know. Just doesn't make sense. That's enough college football. So actually, I do want to say one thing. I do want to mention my guy, my fella, my best friend in the whole wide world, Jimbo Fisher. Because the Aggies have given Jimbo Fisher another contract, or I should say a contract extension. Jimbo Fisher is now going to be the head coach of the Fighting Texas Aggies through 2031. He's going to earn around, $90 million. That's almost $100 million. That's how if my math is right. Through 2031. That's another 10 years. So they added $9 million a year. You can't knock the hustle. Jimbo Fisher had this team had one of the best, quietly, dare I say, one of the best years ever in this school's history. 1 loss to Bama, beat North Carolina in their bowl game soundly, ran through the rest of the SEC. Thank you, Perry, for checking the math. The math. Thank you. Jimbo Fisher, maybe he's building something here. You got to like the results, I guess. That's just a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I wonder. Yeah, Virginia, but we said, I wonder what the buyout clause is. That's part of that. Yeah. Right. Because I'm going to pose this question tonight or tomorrow night on the TV show, but I can throw it out here as well. The chances of him playing out this whole contract or this contract through 2031, no way. I think he's gone within 6 years. I think he either wins a national title and gets a better job at a better school, for more money like Bama because Saban retires. And if he turns the Aggie program into a national champion, he gets that call. Or he gets run out of town because of failure after failure by getting so close and unable to beat Alabama for whatever reason. I do like the fact that he's turned this program into a more boring, run-oriented football team. It's a more of an NFL style football. It's run the ball, it's defense first. And it has allowed them to compete with Alabama. Because I think the interesting thing about the SEC was A&M showed up playing Big 12 football, spreading the ball around. Johnny Manziel, let's go run. Kevin Sumlin, right? They threw the ball all over the field, and the SEC was like, holy shit, we thought we were good at defense, but this is giving us some fits. So they slowly started adapting to that. They went out and changed, because remember, the SEC used to be a lot, all the teams were very similar, right? Auburn, LSU, Georgia, Bama, great running backs, decent quarterbacks, great defenses. That was the SEC way. And then, let's be real, not Missouri. A&M shows up with their running and gunning and spread offense attack. And there's these defenses. It's not that they weren't better than these defenses, but they were ill-equipped to handle it in many ways. They had great athletes at corner, but you needed 4, 5, 6 deep. So after that initial shock, they kind of caught on, and they adjusted the way that they played their offense. They stopped being so boring, run-oriented. If you look at the SEC now, Bama and these guys, they started playing more spread and open offenses. What's funny now is that you've got these guys, you've got the Bamas of the world and LSU and so forth. I mean, still have great defenses, still get great players, but they've opened up these offenses a lot. And now A&M, who kind of brought this to the SEC, is like, okay, we're going to go back to pro style. They get Jimbo Fisher. Now they're run-oriented, beefy O-lines, play good defense. So as much as I don't think A&M is a powerhouse or anybody to be feared, do you disagree with me that maybe they're kind of shaping and molding the SEC in some ways? They're kind of bucking the trend. They got here. They weren't 3 yards in a cloud of dust, play solid defense, and win 6-3. They were throw the ball over the field and outscore you. The SEC adapted, and now A&M said, okay, well, we're going to go back to 3 yards in a cloud of dust and played good defense. So props to my Aggies for leading the charge. Wallace said, fun fact, Johnny Football beat Bama, but never beat LSU. Okay. Well, when LSU was losing to other people, I guess it didn't matter, did it? Did Cal McNair go to A&M? I don't know. I'm going with B. Virginia Button, we said Bill O'Brien will be the next Alabama head coach. No, I don't think so. I think Bill O'Brien wants to be back in the NFL. I don't think he wants to be the next, and I don't think it'll be at Bama. O'Brien's next step will be a middle tier school. It might be, I could see it being, we talked Penn State. One of those schools that's respectable, but occasional powerhouse style, like a Penn State-ish kind of school, right? But I don't think he's going there. Virginia Button, we said, so we're not going to talk about Florida offense. Yeah, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Are you telling me that Florida's offense compared to what the Aggies were doing when Johnny Manziel and Kevin Sumlin and the A&M offense got to the SEC? You think that was the same? You think Florida was running the spread? Just because they decided that, oh, well, you know what? We're not going to out-recruit some of these teams, so let's just be smaller and faster. They still weren't running the spread like that. Tim Tebow was fucking running from the quarterback position like a fullback and throwing jump passes. That's not a spread offense. That's not a playbook of 7 plays that you just get to the line and call audibles on and every receiver 5 wide runs a different route. That's not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. All right, that's enough college football talk. Good on you, Jimbo Fisher. Good on you, Aggies. A lot of money. They went all in. They pushed all in on Jimbo Fisher. So we'll see how it works out. Hey, when we get back, we'll talk a little Texans barbecue. I do want to get to these golf stories. They're pretty funny. I've got the odds of which NFL quarterback will be benched first. We still need to do some lawn talk. I have this Bishop Ross. I don't want to talk. I'm closing that right now. I don't want to do that. We're not doing that. I don't want to talk Bishop Sycamore anymore. Get rid of these headlines. And I still want to show you this Gilbert Arenas video where he talks about why the CP3 trade from New Orleans to LA was nixed and the conspiracy that he throws out there. Pretty interesting. Plus, we're doing lawn talk, and I got a guy that looks exactly like The Rock that you will just not believe. So we got a lot of fun ahead. Stick around through this break. This break video, as I do every Friday, it's the Barry on Sports from the Houston Sports Show that airs every Saturday night at 10 o'clock on CW39. Well, my little segment where I do my little jokey jokes. I wait a week and then air it for you the following Friday. So this was recorded last Saturday. Actually, it was recorded last Friday. Aired last Saturday. I'll be recording a new one today that I'll be playing next Friday. So a little something to keep you incentivized and have some fun during the break. I'm going to go get a Diet Coke. Maybe P, you do the same. And come on back. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around through this break. Don't go nowhere.
And now we send it over to the sports desk.
I'm Barry Laminack, and this isn't what happened in sports this week. Let's start in the NFL, where Andy Dalton was booed by Bears fans in a preseason game and then had to listen to those fans chant the name of his backup, Justin Fields. Those are the same fans that had to watch Mitch Trubisky for the past few years. Getting booed by Bears fans for being a bad quarterback is like getting booed at a Milli Vanilli concert because you can't sing. The New England Patriots team plane flew to Haiti to provide supplies after the island was hit with a hurricane. Owner Robert Kraft said he had to help because after last season, he knew firsthand what a disaster felt like. James Harden celebrated his birthday on Thursday with his favorite hobby ever, eating food. Yeah, not watching exotic dancers, just his chicken strips this time. In other sports news, after missing the Olympics due to a positive test for marijuana, Sha'Carri Richardson raced the Prefontaine Classic in the 100 meters and finished dead last. Then went on a rant about it to the media. Clearly, she is not used to being the one getting smoked. In a recent poll, Notre Dame's Fighting Irish mascot was voted the 4th most offensive mascot in college sports. Notre Dame leadership was upset about this and claimed that the schools that used Native American mascots were never founded by Native Americans. And in contrast to Notre Dame, which was founded by little imaginary angry green men, boy, you hate to see them playing into the stereotype, immediately fighting over it with the press. Little known fact, before the green leprechaun became Notre Dame's mascot in 1965, it was this Irish Terrier. According to a recent study, eating one hot dog takes 35 minutes off of your life, which is nothing compared to losing 3 hours of watching a Texans game. LSU became the first SEC school to require fans to provide proof of vaccination to attend their football games at home. And to convince fans to get vaccinated, each shot of Pfizer will be infused with Tony Satcheries. It's pretty sad that the place that sells boudin on the side of the highway is leading the charge in health and safety. And finally, Anna Montana, a 32-year-old Instagram model. What? Is that a thing? Really? I just feel like it's not okay, but she's 32. She's more like an Instagram mom. Anyways, Anna Montana is receiving flack for her relationship with 19-year-old basketball player LaMelo Ball. LaMelo plays for the Hornets, but seems to prefer Cougars. Listen, he obviously likes older women, so I'm gonna need y'all to keep him away from Sonia Curry, okay? I'm Barry Laminack. That's not what happened in sports this week.
I got your bitch sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There's the go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Wanna do it dope, wanna do it dope. Go ahead. Wanna do it dope, wanna do it dope. Goddamn corner do it dope, wanna do it dope. Corner do it dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Corner do it dope. Dope, dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner do it dope. Corner do it dope. Go ahead. Corner do it dope. 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 Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Go ahead. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Corner do it dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Wanna do it dope, wanna do it dope. Go ahead. Wanna do it dope, wanna do it dope. Goddamn corner do it dope, wanna do it dope. Corner do it dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Bend down the goddamn corner do it dope. Corner do it dope. Dope, dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner do it dope. Corner do it dope. Go ahead. Corner do it dope. 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 Corner do it dope.
Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did. Let's see what our numbers look like. Those of you that did not, God bless it. 2 of you left. That's okay. We'll do what we do. Hey, DJ Boom Boom pumping the bass. Okay. I like it. Swear jar gonna love this. I don't have to put stuff in the swear jar because, as Francisco pointed out earlier in the chat, when you guys send a super chat, it says fuck yeah. It's when I curse, not when a video or the music or the super chat alert curses. It's when I curse. Okay? That's the rules. You guys don't get to make the rules. What I missed? Just a bunch of dancing in the super chat. Y'all didn't think I was going to forget the sitting on the corner doing dope, did you? Did ya? Okay. Let's get back to it. Let's go. We gotta talk about. I want to do this Gilbert Arenas thing. It's a 2-minute video. I think you guys are gonna like this though. It's really interesting. Gilbert Arenas talked about. Oh, we had a nice little spike. For some reason, we got a spike of 62 people, and then they all went away. Was it during a break? Maybe so. I don't know. Well, hey, if you're here, make sure you like the program. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you click on the little thumbs up icon and help your boy out. Help me with that algorithm. And yeah, it's free. You ain't got to do nothing else. All right, so this video, also subscribe to the channel. Do that too. So this video, Gilbert Arenas talking to CP3. Gilbert Arenas has a show on Fubo Sports. I don't know what it's called. I apologize. Lord, I apologize. Should be good though. He was talking about the trade that never happened. So let's just watch it together and then we'll discuss. Check this out. Zoom out.
Dan Fagan. So when it got nicked, I'm like, Dan, what happened? So he was like, he said it was unfair, right? So
unfair for me to go to the Lakers.
So he's saying that the trade from CP3 to LA was unfair.
And he said, so what was in the background of all that was Dwight Howard being traded for Bynum, right?
So I'm in
Orlando.
If you recall, Andrew Bynum left the Lakers. Dwight Howard joined the Lakers. That was the thing. Total Dallas with the $5 super chat. I just missed it, buddy. I don't know how to make that happen there. Nope, that's not it. Shit. Total Dallas, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. He said $5 Friday or a new filter for the wall vac. Okay, you raggedy bitch. Thank you for your $5 Friday. So the trade, I appreciate your generosity, my friend, for real. So
like I'm already talking to Otis, and it was like, Dwight don't want to stay.
You was in Orlando?
I'm in Orlando. So remember, this is when the amnesty was coming.
Yes, I've been in all the CBA negotiations too.
So Orlando, so they're trying to figure out if they were going to throw me in the deal and force Lakers. If you want Dwight, you're going to have to take Gilbert's contract too.
Right? Oh, you was going to come to the Lakers too?
Then I was probably going to get amnestied.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Right.
Because I'll tell you one day what me and Cove said on the phone when we was talking about that. Because Dwight was for sure probably about to come with us too.
Yeah, so basically, after all y'all, the super team got together, y'all had too much money left over.
Now that's important. Basically, what Gilbert Arenas is saying is that the reason the NBA said that we're not going to allow this trade is that once Dwight and CP3 would end up in LA, and this is also why they said that Gilbert Arenas would have had to have been included in a deal to take his contract, but then he could have been amnestied. But basically what they're saying is no matter how they would have worked it, the Lakers would have just had too much money available on the books.
That was the reason it got nicked. So Dan Fagan hit Mark Cuban and did the numbers.
So Mark Cuban, obviously the nerdy guy in the NBA.
It would have destroyed the league for at least 10 years.
This is their assessment of it.
If the trade would have happened?
Their assessment of it is that the Lakers would have had so much cap space. They would have had so much salary cap room, plus 3 all-stars, 3 max deal players. They could have gone out, well, just listen.
So if you went, Dwight went, you guys had about $24 to $30 million left.
It's crazy.
In cap space. So at that time, you're talking about the starting price about 12, 13 million on the max contract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 3 max players right there with you can go get 2 more max players.
That's insane. Zoom out. When you think about that, basically what Gilbert Arenas is saying is that we all talked about the competitive edge of the NBA and why this trade got nixed and what they did and didn't like about it, this, that, and the other. And the fact of the matter is that what they're saying is this trade would have destroyed the NBA for a decade because the Lakers would have become such a perennial powerhouse of a team with max deals. Nobody would have been able to compete with them. 5 max deal all-stars on one team starting. Will C is way behind, by the way. Nobody tell him he's way behind. He's posting in the chat about the song, the break song. So pretty crazy. A little insight, a little backstory on why CP3 wasn't allowed to go to the Lakers that time around. And the fact that they would have had to throw in Gilbert Arenas and just to make some money work. But this is why at the end of the day, and I do like that. I thought it was interesting that they said, well, they had to get Mark Cuban involved to kind of do some nerdy stuff and get some numbers crunched to figure out, wait a minute. So back then they're saying the max deals were 12 to 15 million a year. You got 30 million, you can add 2 more max players. So my question is, are you guys good with that? If the rules are the rules, if the rules are there's a salary cap and you can't go over it. But if you somehow, some way manage to work the system into your favor and end up with 5 starting contracts that are max deals, 5 all-stars on one team, why is that your fault? I mean, if you look at Golden State, the way that they drafted and did some of their things, they ended up with a dynasty. We're going to break that up now just because they drafted well? Just doesn't make sense to me. It's not fair. And I'm not even a Lakers fan. My point is, you give me a set of rules. You give me a set of guidelines, and you tell me I have to operate within these guidelines. And as long as I operate within those guidelines, I'm fair. I'm playing fair. I'm being fair. But then when I do that and it becomes such an advantage for me that I might dominate the NBA for the next 5 to 10 years, you want to step in and go, nah. Look, we're glad you were fair, and boy, did that really work out in your favor, but we don't want you to win every year. We got to have other people at least be competitive, so no, I don't like that. Incarnate said rules are made to be broken. That's just like, if you really evaluate that statement, rules are made to be broken. That's not why they make rules. People think rules are made to be broken. And if you want to talk about like the rule of life, when life gets you down. But rules in a competitive sport were not made to be broken. If you did, that's called cheating. Right, Astros? That was me just working. I'm a prop comic now. But you can't start feeding me these random ass sayings, Incarnate, and just excuse that away. First of all, they didn't break any rules. They did all this within the confines of the rules, and the NBA still said, no, you can't do that. You can't be that good for that long. I have a problem with that. And I think the Lakers should have had a problem with that. I think the other owners in the league didn't have a problem with it, but they should have. And I think this should be a much bigger deal than it was and is, because you made the rules, we operated within it, and now you're punishing us because we figured out how to game the system legally and within the confines of the rules. Not our problem. Key said, isn't the saying records are made to be broken? No, there's also a rules were made to be broken saying, which people use as an excuse to cheat and be an asshole. Fidel says they should have let him do it, and I totally agree. Virginia Buttonweed agrees with him. Incarnate says, if you are smart enough to play by the rules and kick everyone's ass, then do it. Now that I do agree with. Just because they build that super team doesn't mean they automatically become champs. That's true too, but boy, do they become the odds-on favorite to be that year in and year out. And that's what I think the NBA was worried about more than anything. Virginia Button, we said, I've been a Lakers fan since the day Moses parted the Red Sea, and the current team was on the other side fishing. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's not forget the league owned the Hornets at the time. That doesn't matter. That's not why they did it. That's not why they did it at all. They did it to prevent the Lakers from being a dynasty for a decade. That's why they did it. I mean, you just had Gilbert Arenas tell you because he was going to be involved in the deal that would have sent Dwight Howard to the Lakers as well. They didn't want the Lakers having, was it Kobe at the time? And Dwight and CP3. They didn't want them having that big three, plus the room to bring in 2 more max contracts. They just didn't want to allow that. So they said no. So, really interesting stuff there. All right, let's talk a little NFL. If I made you pick from this list, this is a list of, so I forget who published this. Let me tell you who published this here. Odds of which QB will be benched first. This is TotalSports.com made this list. And I guess, well, OddsShark is the one that did it, actually. This is a tweet from OddsShark. And these are the NFL quarterbacks, the odds that they'll be benched first. And one stands out to me that I think I don't like, and one I do like. And one name seems kind of absent from the list that might need to be there too. Andy Dalton, obvs, leading the charge at a plus 175 to be benched first in place of Justin Fields out in Chicago. Teddy Bridgewater at a plus 300. Jimmy Garoppolo at plus 500. I like that. Also, Jameis Winston at plus 600. I don't like that. Mac Jones at plus 700. Don't like that. Jalen Hurts at plus 900. Derek Carr plus 1,200. Ryan Fitzpatrick at plus 1,200. The two that I feel like, first of all, I don't think Taysom Hill is a significant threat to Jameis Winston in that offense. I just don't. I also think that Mac Jones, that's stupid. You don't get rid of Cam and then bench Mac Jones. I think he should have been on plus 1,200 or higher. So that doesn't make sense to me. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick gets benched all the time. But where is Tua on this list? Where is Tua on this list? With all the talk about Deshaun to the Dolphins and how did he not crack this list at least? Because as soon as that happens, that's an instant benching, whether it happens in week 1 or week 5. Now, Andy might not survive that long. And I see a lot of you in the chat saying Tyrod Taylor, Tyrod Taylor, Tyrod Taylor. Listen. They know. If you guys don't think that Nick Caserio, David Culley, and the rest of this Texans front office don't already know that this team is going to be bad. I mean, for God's sakes. David Culley canceled practice yesterday and instead had a barbecue for the players. That tells you all you need to know about what this team thinks of their opportunities for this year. And when I saw it, I was like, you got to be shitting me. You're foregoing practice? Listen, Tyrod Taylor's not in danger of getting benched because they know this team is going to suck. And we'll get to more of the barbecue talk in a second. But I want to finish my thoughts on this list. The fact of the matter is they know Tyrod's going to suck. I mean, they know this team's going to suck. So Tyrod Taylor's not in danger of getting benched. You think they're going to be better off with Davis Mills? Hell no. And they're not playing Watson. So there's no reason to put Tyrod Taylor on this list. But I think not having Tua on this list doesn't make sense. And having Mac Jones at a plus 700 also doesn't make sense. And quite frankly, I don't think Jameis Winston is losing his job to Taysom Hill. I just don't. Garoppolo's in danger. Teddy's in danger. Andy's in danger. And I would probably, I don't even know that Jalen Hurts. I think they're rocking with that dude. But those top three, I mean, I guess the best odds on the board is Garoppolo. When you think about Trey Lance, and yeah, he's got some stuff to work on, but boy, they are impressed with Trey Lance. And so if you could get Garoppolo at 500 versus Andy Dalton at plus 175, which is almost a guarantee that he's going to be replaced eventually by Fields. Yeah, that's true too. Katie said Locke ain't doing shit. Teddy ain't in danger. That's why I like that Garoppolo at plus 500. That plus 500 is, I mean, when you look at the other odds on the board, to me, that's the best. Not the lock that he's the first. I think Dalton is still the lock of the first to be replaced. But Garoppolo could very well get benched first. And at plus 500, that's a good deal. So, Virginia Buttonweed said they want to see if Mills can be legit, and it's about odds. Yeah, but the odds of that happening on a team that they know is going to be this bad, that's what there are high expectations in Chicago because of the defense, and we got to win now before this defense sucks. There are high expectations in San Francisco. There are high expectations on a lot of these teams, whether they're warranted or not. Nobody has high expectations for the Texans. Nobody. I assure you. Even the Texans don't, and we just talked about it. You don't take a team that you know, hey, look, fellas, we're pretty good. We got this down. We're going to be fine. We're going to win this division. We're going to get in a 24-point lead up on KC in the first half and blow it in the playoffs. But God bless it, we're going to be in the playoffs. Did you see how I didn't curse right there? Practicing for the swear jar. So, good teams know they're good, just like bad teams know they're bad. David Culley knows this team is so bad that he's like, what does it matter? Let's just go have a barbecue. What's one day of practice? Let's just go have a barbecue. And my initial thought was, this doesn't make sense. If you're this bad and you know you're this bad, wouldn't you think every practice matters? Every practice counts. Let's get one more practice in. We suck. Well, not David Culley. He's like, look, we already suck. Might as well embrace the suck. That should be the Texans' motto this year. You know, they've always got like the Astros are for the H. And the Texans like, Bulls on parade. I got your slogan for 2021, Texans. Embrace the suck. That's thunder outside. I'm nervous. Probably going to lose lights. I have your slogan for 2021. Your 2021 Houston Texans single game season tickets on sale now. Get down to NRG and embrace the suck. You're welcome. I'm a marketing genius. Look what I've done with this show. What is this? I don't understand what this is. Incarnate, that's too many words for me to read in the chat. Don't do that. CC just sending out, could have just sent, just using the chat as a private text message. Truck driver Pookie, why do you keep saying that? I keep seeing you guys say he's a junkie. Why are you guys saying he's a junkie? What did I miss? But VB likes Fitz at 1,200. That's also pretty good odds because Fitz is no. But first, I don't think so. It's raining at 45 in Rayford. Oh, okay. Well, we're about to lose lights then. We've got 35 minutes left in the show. All right, Ben, we'll see you, buddy. Congratulations on your Cougars being in the medium 12. I'm sorry. What do you think that they served at the Texans barbecue? Huh? What do you think that they were? Hey, we got to have a barbecue. Oh, by the way, I see my slide was off there. Not a COVID cough. Promise. What do you think they served at Texans barbecue? I wanted to be bad about this, but it's like, who gives a shit? You could have taken the whole week off, to be honest with you. And again, my initial thought was, what? No, that's not okay. You got to take this serious. I was like, who gives a shit? Just embrace the suck. Embrace the suck. Steven, I smell a new shirt coming. Boy, if I couldn't get sued for using their logo, you best believe I would make a shirt that had that bull on it and it just said, embrace the suck. Charles said they served canned baked beans, Spam sandwiches, some dry-ass brisket, and hot dogs. I liked Shock's idea. Fish and bread. You know Easterby was like, all right, boys. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Who wants a barbecue? Now, I'm not from Texas, but I do know Jesus, and Jesus was a fisher of men. So on today's barbecue, we're going to have fish and men. Wait, no. Hold on. That's my fantasy. On the menu, we're going to have fish and bread. And red wine, blood of Jesus. You think Jesus crip walked on water? Have you guys heard these before? God, I fucking hate that guy. I've never met him. I don't know him, but he destroyed the football franchise that I root for, and I fucking hate that guy for it. Not like I hope something bad happens to him. Hate. I just hope he loses his job with the Texans. Oh, shit. Well, folks, listen. If you're tuning in right now, that's funny right there. Yeah. You think, guys, you think when Jesus walked on water, he moonwalked on water? What? Hey! That's funny right there. No, it's not. If you got to tell people it's funny, it ain't fucking funny. Charles said, unseasoned chicken quarters. That'll be the best quarters of their season. Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Wait a minute. Mayo-based potato salad. Hold on. First of all, What's wrong with mayonnaise and potato salad? Look at this. Look at Alex Villanueva saying yuck. Shelby said with raisins in it. What's wrong with mayonnaise and potato salad? I love mayo-based, but I like mustard in there too. But y'all don't put mayonnaise in your potato salad? What? What kind of weird-ass East Coast carpetbagging bullshit potato salad are you eating? Southern potato salad has mayo in it. At least the potato salad we always ate. My buddy Billy D. Washington said something to me, and I'm trying to turn over a new leaf on the Texans, but it's just really, really hard. But he was like, I listen to these sports stations, and I'm not going to name any names in particular. But he was like, I was listening the other day, and all they do is shit on the Texans. So it wasn't 6'10". But he's like, do they have anything positive to say about the Texans? Like, we get it. They're going to be bad, but can you just say something positive? And it made me think, you know what? I am pretty negative when it comes to the Texans. I don't think I've had anything positive to say about this organization in a couple of years. But you got to give me something to work with. I have prided myself. Whether you guys believe this or not, I don't give a shit. But in the 7 years that I spent in sports talk radio and the year and a half that I have spent on this show talking sports, specifically Texans, Astros, and Rockets, as a fan of those three franchises, as a fan of those three organizations, I have prided myself on telling the truth and being honest about my assessment of those teams and my feelings about them. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not going to just come on this show or get on a microphone and pretend like I like or dislike a team just because of the story. So while I understand the need to hear something positive about a team in this city because you root for that team as well, it is difficult to spin it when it's so bad right now. And you need go no further back than 2014, 2013, and 2012 when the Astros were losing 111 games. There was legitimately nothing positive being said about the Astros in sports talk radio at that time. There was nothing positive to say about that team at that time. So when you're in the doldrums like the Texans are, it just comes with the territory and the nature of sports talk. If your biggest complaint is, hey, they're getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs, cool. But you can still talk about, man, Deshaun Watson had a great year. Man, this, that, and the other. Hey, J.J. Watt, he's But there's like none of that. None of that. Ray said they have free drinks in the office area and the workout area. That's a positive for me when I'm working there. Bring me some free drink, bro. Come on. Dave said, positive. Every day that passes is one day closer to the end of the season. Well, there you go. There's a positive. I like that. There you go. There's a positive. Come on, guys. Feed me your positivity on the Texans. Alex Villanueva said they'll have draft picks this year. Yeah. Oh, those people over there will have some draft picks. Do you like how I slid that in? You guys didn't even see me press the button like I felt for it like it was Braille. I was like, let's see. This is pull up your pants. This is, I'm not even looking. This is who the fuck is that guy? I don't know what this one is. I think this is Dudooch. I got to get a better one. That one sounds whack. Hey, there's a positive. Good job, buddy. We're up to 3. I wish there was an easy way to do a counter on here. There's just really not an easy way. Let's go text. That's a title. Let's just do straight up text. Let's do this. Get rid of that. I don't know why I need that. Get out of here. Let's go. We're up to 4 positive things. Yeah, 4. Count them. 4 positive things. I don't know where my font is. Come on. Here we go. Who else has something positive about the Texans? Huh? I don't know how to work this. I hate this fucking thing. This never works right. Let's see. Zoom in. That didn't work. There we go. That's a shitty looking 4. Who's got something? Come on, feed me, fam. Yeah, I really don't like the way this counter works. Donna said, here's a positive. My friend's daughter is a cheerleader, and she's very pretty. Well, that's 5. That is 5 positive things about the Houston Texans. I'm here for it. I need more. Feed me, people. Let me zoom out a little bit. That looks better. Let's see. What else we got? They have, oh, damn. Well, now we're getting contradictory information. They have pretty-ish cheerleaders. Huh. Moral victory Monday for the Texans was fun. Oh, yeah, that was a thing, huh? They have a great tailgate. Oh, shit. What? Come on, fam. We're up to 6. Let's go. I feel like I'm missing some. Positive every day that passes. Okay, friends from Illinois does this. E or no E. Ha ha ha. Ray. Something positive. They have draft picks. Easterby. If loving the Texans is wrong, I don't want to be right. Okay. I don't know why I read that. Sometimes I got to pre-screen. Oh, CC's got another positive on the Texans. They sell alcohol. Come on, y'all. We're up to 7 positive things about the Houston Texans. Oh, nope. I'll just leave it at this. Don't touch it, Barry. Nope, that's just not going to work. We're just going to leave that alone. What else? I'm positive they suck. That's not. That flies in the face of what we're doing here, truck driver Pookie. Keith Sager, that doesn't work. Possibility of fights in the stands for film session. I like it. That's a positive. I like that. 8. The janitorial staff is great. Okay. Positive for me that, look, Will's like, so no one's going to give me the song? What song? You talking about sitting on the corner doing dope? Just show up here on Fridays. We play it every Friday. I also play it on Thursdays for the third hour. Don't be in here hating in the chat. Somebody give me the song. Just be here. You get the song every fucking week. Stop being a pouty crybaby, Will. And that's not a positive. $20 million roof is broken is not a positive. They have more positives than Jacksonville will have wins. No. Oh, well, that might be true. I thought you meant they were going to have more wins than Jacksonville. Definitely not. I think Jacksonville wins more games than the Texans this year. Yeah. Comfy seats for you to fall asleep in. Hey, I like that. That's right. They do have pretty comfy seats. That's 9. Will said swear jar. Not yet, you raggedy bitch. Next week, or when I get it. When I have it in my possession. Not Monday. When I have the swear jar here, that's when the swear jar starts. That's when this show turns around and becomes radio friendly. And we are on our way to syndication, people. Keith said, the positive, they should have time for charity events because they won't be doing interviews from their stellar play. I'm not counting that one. That's not a positive. Somebody give Incarnate a timeout. Incarnate, you just earned a 5-minute timeout. You know the rules. Also, can we please let these old bits die? Can we please? You guys have got to let some of these old jokes go. Or I just have to start ignoring you in the chat. I really try to be... I mean, we have this vibe on this show, right? We're always doing fresh, innovative, fun, funny things. But you guys going back to jokes that are a year and a half old. I don't want to do those jokes anymore. That shit is old. Let's come up with some new stuff to laugh about. But Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Barry's late. Let's just get over that. No more. I don't want to see it in the chat. It gets on my nerves, if I'm being honest. We're better than that, people. We're deckheads. We're creatives. We don't need to rely on the same. This is not sports talk radio on your AM and FM dial in Houston. We don't need to rely on the same shit over and over. They have great TVs to watch the Astros at the bar. Oh, that's a good positive. That's a good one. That is a very good one right there. We're up to 10. I think we're good. Listen, just like any bit, you got to know when to stop. 10's enough. I don't think we need to push the envelope here. 10's enough. Yeah. So there you go, friends. Right there. Oh, fuck. Right there. This is so goddamn awkward. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to get it right. Right there. Served to you on a platter. 10 positive things about the Houston Texans. I didn't even make a list. We should have wrote all these down, and I could have wrote a blog about it. Yeah, that's what we should have done. I could have blogged about it. I saw one that says they'll be wearing pants. Is that Shelby? Excuse me. Hey, Terrence. Thank you, buddy. Terrence said, I just noticed your shirt. Sorry, that's in the way. Get out of the way, Terrence. This is my t-shirt for the day. A little H-Town shirty shirt. I don't even remember where I got this from. I just like the design, but I don't remember where I got it from. Okay, let's move on to something else. Let's talk this golf. I've been threatening to get to this forever. Let's get this 10 off of here. Close that. So, Brooksie. I mean, dang it, I'm sorry, Bryson. If you missed this story, you want to talk about a mamby-pamby ass sport. Bunch of crybaby. Oh, shit. Hold on. We got a shoe check. Let me tell you what, when it doesn't match necessarily, but when I bust these out, you know that I'm in a mood. Lazy day. Not feeling it. Now, if I'm wearing black or white or something with red and black and white, I'll rock these. But yeah, these are I just want to be comfortable today. So that's what we're rocking. Oh, and we're also rocking Mike Tyson punch-out socks. Also got on my Mike Tyson punch-out socks. No, they're not gum soles, Virginia Budween. What do you not know sneakers? All right, let's talk about this story here with Bryson DeChambeau. Apparently, well, if you don't know, in the world of golf, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, this is the what is it? Jordan versus Bird. This is Lakers Celtics. This is Jordan Pistons. This is Warriors Rockets. This is the biggest rivalry in all of golf that like 3 people give a shit about. So Brooks Koepka, they call him Brooksie. And Bryson DeChambeau, they do not call Brooksie. But fans, because I don't think many people like DeChambeau. I think he's kind of like, ugh. Guy's a dick. Is Game Day OJ in the building? Oh, what? Look who showed up. What up, player? I'll see you in a couple hours. Hey, tell them I can't make it till 3. That's just how that's going to go. So in golf, Brooksie and oh shit. Look at Rob throwing his super chat for no reason other than it's Friday. What? Come on, fam. Buddy, I know you had a rough day. I know you're going through some shit. We all love you. We're here for you. If you need anything, let us know. And thank you for your generosity. I very much appreciate it. Heartthrob. Very much so. Now, a lot of people hate Bryson. A lot of people hate Bryson. DeChambeau. So fans have taken to calling this dude Brooksie when he's on the course. And he got so mad about it. He walked by and one random, I guess they call them patrons. One guy was waiting on Bryson DeChambeau, who you see on your screen, to walk by, and he goes, "Hey, great job, Brooksie." And so DeChambeau got sick of his shit, which, look, it happens. Turns around to this fan and goes, "You know what? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out." And he had somebody from the PGA come over and throw the fan out. So now at a PGA event, apparently you can't heckle professional golf players. They're so sensitive. Please don't yell at me. I make so much money hitting a golf ball. This is some crybaby ass shit. At a certain level, you're going to get heckled. Happens to me on this show. Happens to me on stage. Happens to me on TikTok. Happens to me in the YouTube comments. Happens to him on the golf course. Happens to players on the field, on the court, on the ice. If you're going to put yourself out in public, you're going to take a certain... And I get it. I get it. You get to a level where you've had enough of somebody's shit. Whether it's on the golf course, in a chat, in a comment, and you lose it. I understand this. It has happened to me on several occasions on this show too. And when you lose it, then you feel like an asshole. Because you're like, "Oh my God, fuck you, pal. Hope your mom gives you the clap when you all have sex or something." And you just, you lash out. And then as soon as you lash out at that person, you feel bad. You're like, all right, this is what I signed up for. That was aggressive. But I don't know if that's the case with Bryson DeChambeau. I don't know if he feels bad. I think he's just generally a curmudgeon. I just think he's just unlikable. So the PGA has to issue a rule. And the rule now says, the PGA Tour basically said, where'd it go? Fans will no longer be allowed to mess with Bryson DeChambeau with Brooks Koepka related taunts. They could be thrown out. And this is the PGA Tour saying this now. This is the equivalent of fans are no longer allowed to boo. Fans are no longer allowed to chant. I don't know. Curry sucks. What? Well, James Hahn wasn't having it. He came out on Twitter and said something pretty funny. He said, "It's official. Calling Bryson anything but his real name will get you thrown out of a golf tournament. So if any one of you call me Kevin Na, Danny Lee, or Sang Moon Bae, we're going to have some problems." Obviously, James Hahn, I think is he South Korean? Yes, he is of South Korean descent, and he was talking about other Asian golfers, obviously. So pretty funny, actually. Some folks having some fun with it. It's a bad look. It just looks petty. Like, come on, fam. Got to man up a little bit. Total Dallas said, in high school, we teach students to cheer positively for your team instead of heckling the other team. You may teach that here. Let me tell you where they don't teach that. Philly, Jersey, Boston, New York, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Probably Canada, they teach that. That was probably some Canadian teacher that came down and was like, oh, don't you know? Why don't we just be nice? Good luck teaching that shit in the Philly school system. Anyways, kids, what we want you to do is when you go to an Eagles game, what we want you to do is just say, go Eagles. Don't be like, no, fuck the Patriots. That's not okay. You're only 8. First of all, you can't say fuck. You're 8. Second of all, let's not be mean to the other team. And this 8-year-old would be like, what is this bitch talking about? Hey, shut the fuck up, lady. First of all, fuck the Patriots. Second of all, fuck the Eagles. And I'm an Eagles fan, but they fucking suck. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not. And it's Christy with the bless you. Well, get ready. We got to do a little bit of lawn talk. Let's get some lawn talk in. Let's do this before we run out of time, people. Hey, so we got the fall coming up, and I need to get you guys prepared for this. So what can you expect? Well, look. It's still hot. The summer's still here. But before you know it, fall will be upon us. You will be getting funguses, and you'll be misidentifying some things. Last year, I misidentified grub worms as a fungus. 2 years ago, I did the same thing, thinking it was chinch bugs. So I just want you guys to be careful because we are in the heat of summer. And a lot of people around this time when their grass is dying or looks dead and it doesn't look good, a lot of people are saying, oh, you got chinch bugs. Every yard person out there, every person that just mows yards for a living, that's their answer to anything wrong with your grass. It's chinch bugs. And most of the time, it's not chinch bugs. It could be grubs. It could be a fungus. It could be brown patch, gray leaf spot. There's a ton of things that it could be. So my advice to you, first of all, when we talk about what's coming up, I wish I could let me do a little pip. Let me get a little Wally Pip action going here. That way I don't have to keep bouncing back and forth and do this shit professional like. So what I want you to be cognizant of is, as you're starting to try to identify what's going on in your grass and your lawn and your yard, make sure you're doing it the right way. Do your research. Make sure that you've identified this is definitely grubs. It could be sod wedworms. It could be chinch bugs. And not all the treatments are the same. I assure you, if you're treating for chinch bugs, that doesn't necessarily cover grubs. Now, if you're treating for grubs, it probably is going to treat for sod wedworms. And if you're treating for chinch bugs, it might cover them as well. But the fact of the matter is, you got to make sure that you get the right identity as to what your problem is with your lawn. Now, as we get into the cooler months, September, October, November, you're going to be watering because of the heat, but it's going to get cooler at night. So it's going to be hot during the day, cool at night. This is ripe for brown patch and gray leaf spot. And I want to tell you something about brown patch that a lot of people don't know. When people get brown patch, when it happens, a lot of times they're like, this is going to ruin my grass. Most of the time, your grass will bounce back from brown patch if you had it the previous time. But you still need to treat for it, because if you don't get rid of it, it's going to keep coming back. But it won't destroy your grass unless it absolutely gets out of hand. So keep that in mind as well. But we are approaching the end of summer bug season. We're approaching fungus season. And your grass is about to go dormant after the first freeze. You're going to need to prep your lawn. And we'll get a little further down the road. We'll talk about a good fertilizer to use. But it's not too far off. Let me look at my calendar here. And by the way, I don't have a special calendar that I made up. I'm just all props go to Randy Lemon's fertilization schedule. That's literally what I use. But what I see coming up in the next couple of months, he talks about this weekend's a good time if your grass is yellow, throw some iron out. Put some iron out in the yard that can green up your grass a little bit. Now, I have my grass is looking pretty dang good, but I used that sweet green fertilizer a couple of weeks ago and have been watering the absolute living daylights out of this grass. My water bill, I guarantee you, is going to be $800 to $1,000. But I'd be damned if I was going to fight weeds next summer because I let this grass die. So in October, let's see, in October, we've got a deep root feeding. That's if you got trees, make sure you deep root feed your trees and you can go ahead and treat for fungus. That's about when it's going to start in October, first, second week of October. You might be seeing some brown patch. And then you're going to do your last fertilization of the winter, your winter prep. That's going to be about the beginning of November. So first week of November. So treat for fungus first, second week of October. And then do your final fertilization in November. So that's what you get to look forward to. Yeah, and it's almost time for lawn disease. Yep. Let me see. Do we got any lawn talk questions? Let's see. I don't see a hashtag lawn talk. You guys know the drill. Put hashtag lawn talk if you have a question. Here's Incarnate with a hashtag lawn talk question. What's the best way to repair the yard after an oak tree uproots due to a hurricane? Saw it on Weather Channel and seriously was wondering. So first of all, they'll tell you never try to plant a tree where another tree existed. I don't know why that is, but you shouldn't. So you're going to probably just chop up the tree, get rid of it. And then it just really depends on the lawn. And this is always the case about replacing grass. But basically, if you have a St. Augustine lawn, there's no seed for St. Augustine. So you can either buy a pallet of grass and, amend the soil and put down fresh grass in its spot. You got to fill the dirt. You got to fill the hole, obviously. But if you have a seeded grass like Bermuda or maybe a zoysia or something like that, then you're just going to overseed. So you get those seeds and put them out. But that's how they would prepare that. Charles Garza has a long talk question. I got skunks fucking up my lawn. Any ideas how to get rid of them? That's not a lawn talk question. That's a pest talk question. I don't do that. I don't know. I don't know. Put a picture of Jack Easterby in your yard? I have no idea. You need to talk to an exterminator or a pest control guy. That's like asking about termites. Like I'm not that guy. What's interesting? Are you talking to me with the seeding and stuff, or are you talking to Christy about skunks? All right, any other lawn talk questions? Amos said get a dog. Yeah, and then that way he can get sprayed by the skunks. All right, so it's 12:58. I got to bounce. I got to go. Good talk though. Good talk. Got a little lawn talk action in. I dig it. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, real quick, I just want to do this. I wanted to get to this because we're not going to do it next week because I'm gonna close all these out. I'm not doing any of this next week. Two things that are pretty interesting. One, this chick tried to make a. Oh, I got you, VB. This chick tried to make a fake vaccination card and spelled Moderna wrong and then got busted because of it. So don't be a dumbass like this stupid ass. She was like, this is Moderna. Medea does Moderna. I don't know what this was. Also, this guy, hey, can we give it up for The Rock, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give it up for The Rock. Also, that's not The Rock. But yeah, doesn't that look like him? That is not The Rock. That's a dude that's a police officer in Alabama. That dude's name is Eric Fields. And he is just a regular ass police officer in Alabama. But that dude, looks exactly like The Rock. What? If I wouldn't have told you that's not The Rock, other than the tattoos maybe being a little lower on his arm, you would have had no idea. But yeah, the guy's just a regular ass police officer in Alabama named Eric Fields. Rock saw that and said, man, we got to get together and have a drink. You can tell me stories about being The Rock. I'm sure you got some good ones. That's why I like The Rock. That's a genuinely good ass dude. All right, let's bounce. What I see there. Oh, please don't put antifreeze out. That's too dangerous for the other animals in the area. Please don't do that. Hey, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. Damn it, I didn't do my Dan's read. Sorry, we'll get him next week. We'll make up for him. Hey, happy birthday, Wallace. Have a great Sunday, my friend. Thank you all for your super chats, your Venmos, and your PayPals in support of myself and this show. I appreciate it. I love you all. I hope you all have a great weekend. Hit that like button on the way out. And don't forget, Donna, thank you so much. Programming note. Alert, alert. I don't have an alert. No show Monday. And probably no show Tuesday because I have jury duty. So I may not see or talk to you guys until Wednesday. I will let you know on Twitter and the Discord. Also, if you're just tuning in, subscribe to the channel and you'll know the next time I go live. Until that time, have a wonderful weekend and do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. See y'all next week.